Oh, yeah, there's lots of spots behind me.
They're coming to get you. Power of Christ. This is
Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Hey guys, how's it going? We have got some some technical difficulties happening right now.
Power went off at Zach's house, so we are, yeah. Bear with us. Hopefully he comes back.
Oh, he hung up. Okay. Maybe the power's back on. Zach was just calling me, so I put him on speaker to see if he'd come through the mic. Yeah. Oh no, we were sitting here getting ready. He was all pumped, ready to go, and then it is like Zach just boop, disappeared. It's like,
What do we do? What do we do?
fucking power went out. So, well, let's fill some time, Lindy, because I want to hear about the punk rock bowling and how.
Oh my gosh. Punk rock bowling is the most amazing time ever. This year's lineup was ridiculous.
Crystal says, "Oh yeah, she's back." Hey guys, love the new intro graphics. Yeah, thank you, Crystal. So go ahead.
Yeah, so I got to see Fear for the first
Awesome.
time and last time because he officially announced that they're done.
And they opened for the Misfits on their live show this past year too. Yeah, I think Fear was playing when. Yeah, Fear got to play. I think Zach got to see him in Texas when
Yeah, that's a show.
Alice Cooper.
That's a show that I would absolutely love to see again. I got to see Bad Religion, but I wasn't thinking about it, and I picked a really, really stupid spot. So I took my camera out and I went to take a picture right as he started to sing.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt the crowd shove, and I was like, "Oh shit, here we go." So
right in the middle of the pit.
I was right in the middle of the pit. So
happens.
The guy behind me looked at me and he said, "Sweetheart, you have open-toed shoes on. You don't want to be right there." And I said, "No, you're damn right. I don't want to be right here." So he picked me up, spun me around, and put me behind him. But when he did that, he bumped the guy next to him. And that guy dropped his drink and it went all the way down my leg. And I'm thinking, it's okay. It's just beer. It's just beer. It's just beer. And then my leg caught fire. Like I felt like there was like 1,000 fire ants eating my leg.
More than beer, huh?
It wasn't beer. It was tequila, and I'm allergic to cactus.
Fuck.
Yeah. So I
out of the fire into the frying pan.
Yeah. So I go ghost white, and that same guy's all, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm allergic to what just got thrown on my leg." And he was like, "Fuck." And he turns around and he goes, "Open the fucking crowd." So the seas parted. It was crazy. So I took off running, and people are handing me water bottles as I'm running, and I'm just pouring them down my leg.
Good.
Yeah. So nothing.
I'm trying to get his phone call on here, but it's not. Yeah. Yeah, we're on. We're on. Yeah. Zach. Hang on, I can put you on speaker real quick. You're on speaker.
All right.
Could you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him.
So have fun. I don't know.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Good. Good, Zach. Zach? It's like he doesn't even have service or anything either.
Holy crap.
What the fuck? It's like everything's dead in Texas right now. Yeah, but you're not. Yeah.
All right, man.
Get back on as soon as you can, man.
Well, if the power's every 3 hours, you guys want to do it 3?
Tell him to jump on from his phone.
Yeah, you might have to figure something out. so we can close this down. I don't know how to.
Get to Antarctica, do it now.
Get in the hole.
I have no idea if Lindy's talking or not because I can't hear a word. So
Yeah.
here it is.
Yeah,
So,
we're talking about the punk rock bowling
do it.
for
Do it.
right now. All right.
When it's over, just close the.
Oh, yeah. Such
close
bad
what?
reception. He said close something, but I don't know. Shoot me a text, homie. Okay. All right, we're going to. Okay. Hopefully it gets back on before too long. That reminds me of one of the shows that I was at. It was the second time I watched Slipknot on their first album. I'm standing back, I'm ways back from the stage just a little bit.
Mhm.
And the pit erupts like right behind me. So I'm standing on the outskirts of it, shoving people back in so I don't get too carried away. I see this girl just going like this in the middle of it. Just like,
Oh no.
and I just grabbed her around her waist and I picked her up and I set her next to me. And then I kept shoving people. And then like a couple songs later, I looked back and there she still was standing like right next to me going like this. It's like, 'cause she was a tiny little thing. I
Yeah.
don't think she had any idea when that pit
Oh.
erupted. These huge men are in there throwing fists in this tiny girl.
Yeah.
She was just like, what is happening?
Well, I mean, these pits, especially at Punk Rock Bowling,
They just
so
explode.
well, night 2, we broke the barrier in front of us and Rancid. The barrier
Oh,
came down. They had to stop the show and put it back up.
Oh. Did
So,
the bands
yeah.
keep playing?
Rancid didn't. Stern wouldn't let them keep going without the barrier up.
Okay,
Which-
well, that's fair enough. Yeah.
I mean, so Suicidal Tendencies played, which was awesome because I finally got to see them.
That
I got to
is-
meet Mike Muir.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
All I
like got a
wanted was a
hug, got a
Pepsi.
picture with him. Everything that was super cool. But he came out into the crowd. He jumped the barrier out into the crowd. And
well, yeah. Who's going to mess with him? Yes.
yeah. And then Dave Tejas from the Casualties, he comes out and directs the Wall of Death while he's singing. Like he moves people. He moves the crowd and sets them like directs them. And then
Yeah.
he goes, go! And everybody
so he
just
separated it like a freaking
like
a gladiator fight. Just everybody run to the center and just explode.
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
I got to see a whole bunch of bands that I've always wanted to see but never
How are
gotten
the
a chance
Murphys?
to. I've seen the Murphys a lot, so I only stayed for like 2 songs. And
Just how's
then
bragging camp going, you asshole? I can't. I don't know if you listened to the episode we did when you were gone, but it was like every time they come around here, it's such a small venue for that huge band that they're sold out the second the window opens. Like I have
Well,
no chance.
it wasn't even the whole band.
Really?
The second singer wasn't there. So it was kind of weird.
The bass player wasn't there? Or Alex? What's his name? Alex. I think.
The shorter, kind of chunkier guy.
That's the bass player. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
That's like the
So-
main dude.
Yeah.
I can't even
but
think of their names right now.
I can't.
If I would,
I
if it
can't
was,
either.
I would have been able to rattle it off the top of my head if I wasn't thinking about it. And then
Yes. So when the barrier came down at Rancid, me and Neff, he's one of our really good friends. It's not his real name, but that's what we call him.
Okay.
We were like, hey, let's go. The Casualties booth has been freaking full all day. So let's go see if we can go get merch finally. Okay. I am beyond in love with Jake Casualty.
okay.
And we're walking up to the booth.
And he's
And
there.
I am seriously about to tell you guys the biggest fangirl moment of my life.
Oh boy. Did
So
you
we're walk-
embarrass yourself?
No,
Oh, okay.
in front of Neff, yes, but not in
Okay.
front of Jake Casualty. So we're walking up and like the crowd moves, they're walking towards the exit. And I turn to like look at the merch stuff, and Jake Casualty is who's standing at the merch booth. And I stopped like I hit a fucking wall. I was like, oh my God, Neff, I cannot walk up there. He's like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Come on. Yes, you can. Come on. And I'm like, okay. give me a minute. Give me just a second. I can't. And he's all,
My legs
come
aren't
on. So he grabs my arm and he pulls me up. Well, the rest of the band walks up right as we do. And we're like, holy shit. Okay, cool. Well, Dave, we're like the only two in line. Dave, the singer, he grabs us in this giant fucking bear hug. And he's all, hi, you two, how are you? Like he's known us for 10,000 years. And I'm like, hi.
awesome.
So then he grabs Jake and he spins him around and he's all, say hi. So we sat there and talked to those two for a minute. And then Meggers comes up and he gives us a big hug. And he's like, guys, let's do a photo. So we got pictures with the casualties.
That's awesome.
And then they signed our shirts and like we bought some merch and they signed our white shirts and stuff. I got to meet Red Dog from Dogtown, who,
That's cool.
if you don't know, is Mike Mears' brother, which I didn't know that. So that's super cool. And then I got a shout out. So on the way, I was going to leave Thursday, but one of my best friends got married. So I stayed here Thursday, decided I was going to just go down on Friday.
Yeah.
Well, two of my friends were riding down together from Idaho and their car broke down. Their engine seized in
Ew.
Wendover on Thursday night. Well, he posted about it Friday morning and I just happened to have jumped on Facebook. And so I messaged him and I was like, hey, where are you guys at? And what's going on? So he told me and I was like, well, it's Memorial Day weekend. You're not getting a rental car. And he's all,
No.
oh shit, you're right.
No, you won't even get the cheapest piece of shit on the block
Yeah.
because they're all gone. You'd be lucky to get a moped.
Yeah. So he was like, shit, you're right. They're going to tow us from Wendover back to West Jordan. And then I don't know what we're going to do. And I was like, well, I've got to pass through West Jordan on my way anyway. So I'll just pick you guys up. He was like, well, you're going to have to wait. And I was like, I'm going to have to wait like an extra hour from when I planned on leaving anyway. It's not a big deal. Like, I'll be there. They were like, okay, cool. So I went and picked them up. We rode down together. But because of that, they know Rob and Waddy Waddy from The Exploited. So
Okay.
I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. So they're telling me stories
You got to
about,
meet the Exploited too.
yeah, I didn't get to meet them, but The Exploited did a shout out like to me, like said my name on the fucking stage in front of all of Punk Rock Bowling.
For
I was
helping
like,
getting their friends there. That's awesome.
oh my God, did they just say my name on stage at Punk Rock Bowling? There's like 10,000 people here. What the fuck? It was super cool. So yeah, that was really, really fun.
The Exploited are great. How did Rancid sound? Did they?
Before the barrier broke, they sounded really good, but it took about 40 minutes for the barrier to get put back up. And by the time it got put back up, they just kind of, their hearts weren't in it. So like nobody was even like bopping to Ruby Soho.
Well, that song's overplayed.
It is, but at a festival like that, you know, people are going to be like,
going nuts.
Yeah, people are going to be hyped. They're going to be moving around. They're going to be bouncing and stuff. But
so it just took the piss out of them when the barrier broke.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised that they played for as long as they did because as far as I'm aware, we have to be out of there, like out of the fairground area that we're in by a certain time. But they let them keep playing late. And then
Well, they should have. They had 40 minutes taken out of their set. I mean,
yeah. Yeah. But that night we went to, so there's early morning shows, which are the pool party shows. And then there's before set shows. And then there's the festival. And then there's after party shows. Well, that night we went to see L7 and
crazy. That's so crazy they were playing.
yeah. And
Was it good?
Yeah, it was really good. So we went outside to smoke and one of my really good friends, he's got dreadlocks and he's had them for years, but this other girl came outside and she had beautiful, beautiful dreads. And he was like, hey, nice dreads. I really like your dreads. And she was like, hey, you too. It was the singer for the fucking Svetlanas. And she tried to take him home.
What?
Like She was trying to take him home, and he was like, "Girl, you're wild, and I am not the one." He's gonna kill me if he's listening, but it's fine.
Oh no.
So it's just everybody walks around, and like fucking Mike Murr was out doing his own merch.
That's cool though. That's
So,
so cool.
Everybody just walks around. You can see, like Dave from the Casualties, he goes like every year, whether they're playing or not. He just goes to meet people. And then we got to go to, this part is one of my favorite parts. We went to the
I
punk
think
rock
it's a selling point just for him being there. I mean, whether they could say that he'll be out there.
Uh-huh.
That,
Yeah. Well, and I think that's why the Casualties army is so big, is
they're so
because those
cool.
guys
Yeah.
actually interact with their fans, which is a huge deal, like a huge deal.
Yeah.
But you can see, like, if you go onto the Casualties page, you can see him. There's videos of him out directing the Wall of Death, like to start and everything. And he tells this lady, because she's like right in his way, she's filming, and he's all, "Ma'am, can you fucking follow direction? Look, you're about to get killed because I'm about to start a wall of death. Get the fuck out of the way." I was like, oh shit. But we found out on Sunday night that Days and Days was coming, and that's Neff's, like, it's one of his favorite bands. If it's not his favorite band, it's a very close second to his favorite band.
Yeah.
So he was like, fuck, I really want to go. I really want to go. So we found out what time they were going to start playing, and we all bought tickets to take Neff. And as we're standing in line to walk into the museum, the singer for Days and Days walked by us. And I was like, and he did the same fucking thing that I did for Jake Casualty. He was like, and I don't know any of their names, but I was like, go talk to him. And he's all, no, I can't. He's walking to a barricaded area. And I was like, go fucking talk to him right now. He's hobbling. And they're like, I did have the most amazing time. Even if you don't know the bands, it is worth every second of it.
Crystal never got it. She
never got into punk rock?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
So
nothing. Even most heavy stuff she never got into. She liked more radio stuff.
Okay. So I grab Neff's hand and I drag him over, and I almost push him into the guy, and the guy turns around and looks at him, and he's all, sorry, I got pushed, but I'm like one of your biggest fans. And they stood there and talked for like 20 minutes. So I took a bunch of pictures, and then when they went on stage, he pulled Neff up to the fence, which is right where he was, and like Neff got to scream into the mic with him and stuff.
Oh, awesome.
So it was so cool. And then walking around the punk rock museum, like, that's so cool. They have a jacket from, why can't I think
there's
of,
certain people that are supposed to be there all the time too. Is there
there's
a little person that's like missing their arms? And have you not seen that on YouTube? Yeah.
No. So you walk in.
They pay these people to show up.
So you walk in, and it's like this merch shop, and then you go upstairs, and it's actually a tattoo parlor. And then you go in and you see different pictures from like iconic photographers, punk rock photographers through the years. Yeah. And you get to walk through, and then
Bad Brains freaking
yeah. Yeah. And then they have all of this stuff behind glass. Like they have Nirvana's couch, which is super weird, but they have like they have the last jacket that Joe Strummer wore before he died. They just have all of this stuff, and they have like diaries from people like writing while they were out on tour, and it's really cool. Like signed, all kinds of different signed like records, and like the lyrics that people wrote while they were on the road. So it's like, they're written on napkins and pizza boxes, and
yeah.
Just all kinds of different stuff. It was really, really cool. And I was like, God, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty fun, but it's 3 days, and it's like at least 15 hours a day. So you're just, by the time it's
exhausted.
Time to come home, you're like, thank you. but it's super worth it. It's super worth it. It's so much fun.
Asia's telling you. No, it's okay. So Zach, it's flooding down in Texas. Okay, it's not flooding down in Texas, but the power went out.
No, but for some reason the power went out. So Zach is he's not with us right now.
So our screen looks a little jacked, but
Mm-hmm.
we're here talking about some punk rock bowling because
Oh, well, we can still talk music talkie. I told him about the tequila getting dumped down my leg and getting to meet Casualties and getting to meet Mike Mirror and the Exploited giving me a shout out. But
the only time at a show that I ever seen like somebody walking out through the crowd, I saw Dino from Fear Factory. He was walking through the crowd at Ozfest, and he had like he had a girl on each side of him wearing bikinis that were like 6 foot tall. He's not a tall guy carrying his guitar, but I didn't want to bother him. So I just yelled Dino and gave him the horns, and he gave them back. I was like, yeah, that's fucking cool. And then I seen Evan from Biohazard walking around through the crowd just talking to people because no one at this concert knew who he was. And I was just like, that's Evan. Yeah, but he's too far away. I was like, I'm not running up there. I'm not going to bother him. He was just walking through, like grabbing people's hats off their heads and just messing with them and stuff. He's a big man.
Yeah, they'll come up behind you like while you're taking pictures and stuff, and they'll just get in your picture. You don't even have to ask. Yeah, it's Asia got to meet Waddy. Apparently, and share a drink. I didn't fucking know that. Why didn't you tell me that? Yeah, so
she didn't even let you know.
I'm gonna be real honest. The night that the Exploited played, Asia was a bit sauced.
Was she smoking a pack of cigarettes in an hour?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, it was
after our last night.
Okay.
Yeah. So we do this. It's pulling up on my phone faster than it's pulling up on the screen. So I'm seeing it come across both. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Asia licked my thigh. It was awkward.
Getting that tequila out of there.
No, this was our last night. And she's so
just in the mood.
Yeah. She was like, twice. You're right. It was twice. She leaned across me to whisper something to another friend. Let's be honest, she wasn't whispering. She leaned across me to whisper something to our other friend. And like, I'm sitting here, Asia's here, and our other friend is over here. And she goes, and I thought she was just going to put her head in my lap. No, she fucking licked my thigh.
You'll have that on. I suppose.
I was like,
just unsuspected, like.
I don't even know how I
guess
feel about this right now. That was gross, but okay. I got proposed to twice.
That's something. So how did that go? Did you?
I turned both of them down. They were very, very drunk.
Okay. It wasn't. Would you want to come home with me? You want to go get a drink? You know,
no, it was a full on. Yeah, it was a full on. Do you think maybe you want to marry me? I was like, I think maybe I don't want to marry anybody. I've made it this far in life without that. I'm pretty sure I'll keep going. I'm good. Thank you. I'm good on that.
Yeah, let's go get a drink. No.
No, we skipped all of that. All of that.
Was you already in Vegas? I mean, let's go. Elvis will do it here in a minute. There's a drive-through, I think. Like we can hit that and then hit the McDonald's.
You actually can't do that anymore. You have to wait a certain amount of days for a marriage license now.
Ruined.
Yeah, they did away with that. So you actually have to apply for a marriage license in Vegas now. Thank goodness, because I don't even want to know how many marriages came out of that.
I'm trying to think of other things to do without Zach right now, instead of talking about the past episode. But what is your favorite show that you've ever been to to hear a band live, how they sounded, what was your favorite one?
Well, Highly Suspect in Montana was my favorite, but probably the Bronx. I absolutely love
Parkway
the
Drive.
Bronx.
Asia says Parkway Drive.
Yeah, Asia, we were we were talking at the last show that we went to, like actual local show, and she was telling me that someone's coming. Flogging Molly. Flogging Molly's coming, and I'm like,
Ooh, I like Flogging Molly.
I'm like, let me think about it. I might go with you. And she's all, this'll get you. She turns the phone and the Bronx are playing with them. And I'm like, oh, here you go. Here's the money. I'll go
There
with
you
you.
Now,
So I love the Bronx. I thought for 5 minutes, yeah, when you showed me that the Bronx were going to be playing, that's sold. I'm sold.
I like Flogging Molly a lot there.
Yeah. I love it when bands get involved with the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't get involved with the crowd, it's fun, but you won. You won.
Just let her have it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that much more exciting when they actually get involved in the crowd. Like, when they know that, they're the reason that we're there, but we're the reason that they're there.
Oh yeah.
So,
no, they know that. Yeah.
Yeah. So those guys that come out into the crowd while they're doing a show and actually hang out at their merch booth, or, they see people walking around a festival or their concert or whatever, and they're out there, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal.
It is huge. That's huge.
So,
well, the last time I seen Slayer, it was daytime when they played, and they weren't happy. So Tom Araya gets on there and he's like, "Hey, I'm glad to see so many Slayer fans out here, since most of ours aren't even awake at this hour." Yeah, fair enough. I mean, fair enough. There's no reason, because you know who played after them was shit, I can't think of their name right now because I hate them so. It was one of those 90s freaking bang rock bands that I didn't care for, and they had like one song, and why can I not think of the name of the band? Probably because I'm so angered by it that I forgot. Anyway, so they play, and then this band gets on there, and it's like everybody on the lawn just like goes get a beer, and the people up front were like, "Yay, this band that has this one poppy rock song."
So not worth it.
And I was after that, if it wouldn't have been for Slayer, Primus, Fear Factory, and a couple other bands being there, I wouldn't have went that year. But I mean, I wanted to see Primus before I couldn't.
Oh, I'd love to see Primus.
Yeah. So
I do also
Godsmack. It was Godsmack.
Oh.
Godsmack played after Slayer, which, even if you like Godsmack, fair enough, but they should not be playing after Slayer.
No.
Nowhere they shouldn't even be in the same ballpark.
No.
Slayer. It's just not fair.
That's not even the same kind of music.
It was gross.
I do need to see the Bronx do their mariachi style. You are absolutely right.
Oh yeah.
That would be rad.
Is there a like, if you could think, other than the Misfits, for me, that I've never got to see, one band that I wish I would get to see would be Faith No More. Do you have one that you're like holding back on that you wish you were? Oh, Devil Driver. What's that Cold Chambers singer? The fucking Devil Driver.
I don't.
Dez from Cold Chambers, the singer for Devil Driver, I think, or he was. I don't know. They change that shit up so much anymore.
Holding back on, not really. I just go as I can go. A lot of the stuff that I get to see is either because our people are opening for them,
right,
or we're at, like Punk Rock Bowling. We're at a festival and we just get to run around the whole time back and forth between stages and watch everybody do everything. But there were so many bands and so many good bands. It was unbelievable. But
I think
yeah.
I've seen Clutch about 6 times,
I've seen Clutch twice.
and I loved every single one of them because there was different songs played from different albums. I got to hear Shogun. The last one that I went to, they actually played a Shogun named Marcus, which I had never heard him play before. But they always like to switch up their sets to where they're playing some from this album, they're playing some from this album.
Mhm.
One of them that I went to, they played the whole self-titled Clutch, which had Space Grass and all that.
Mhm.
It was just, it's like every single time you go, you don't know exactly what you're going to get, but you know it's going to be great.
Yeah. Actually, one of my favorite bands I found because of Clutch. They opened for Clutch a couple years
Sword?
ago. No, it's Tyler Bryant and the Shakedown.
I don't know who that is.
Oh
I'm
my
not-
gosh. They are so good. And so we got there and watched their set, and I do not know what was going on with the Utah crowd that day, but they were not very appreciative of the opening band, which is super shocking, especially
Sucks, man. That
for
sucks.
especially for us, because everyone that goes to see Clutch is, they're
They're there to
they're
see
a
Clutch,
yeah,
but
they're
they're
involved in
also
the
good
local
people for
music
the most
scene.
part. Yeah.
Yeah. So the guy actually came out, and I was standing right at the end of where they walk out of the musician's entrance.
Mhm.
And it was Tyler, the singer. And I was like, hey, you did a fucking killer job. And he was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Can I hug you? And I was like, you absolutely can hug me. But they've put out like 4 albums now. They're all really good. It's kind of a bluesy rock, but it's
So's
super,
Clutch.
super good. Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
But
Yeah, I've never seen them where they weren't just on the money and
yeah.
amazing.
Oh, I got to see Amigo the Devil with
Oh,
Clutch.
cool.
He opened for Clutch. Actually, that was the next show. So I go see
I got
them
to
quite a
see the Sword open for them. Corrosion of Conformity open for them. But that was the Corrosion without Pepper. It was like
Mhm.
old hardcore, which is it was really good because it was toward the end of the tour, so those guys were on it. I mean, they were killing it. And that
Mhm.
bass player for Corrosion is just a freaking show to watching himself while he's going off. But no, that I would have to say that band, and then Slipknot, Fear Factory. I've only got to see Fear Factory twice, but both times I seen them, it was just like, man, it sounds exactly like that album's rolling. It's just so spot on. And Raymond
Mhm.
Herrera, their drummer, was just the first time. I'm not kidding with like me and Zach and all of our friends when we heard was it Soul of a New Machine or Demanufacture, whichever one. Everybody thought that I was like, that's a drum machine. That ain't a man. But no, yeah, that's man.
No.
He's just killing it back there.
Ice Nine? I don't know who that is.
It's on my list. Ice Nine.
Never
Yeah,
heard.
man, no idea. No idea who Ice Nine is.
I'm gonna have to go listen to it. So my favorite shows are ones that people are like, hey, come with me to this show, and you're just unsuspecting, and then they blow you away.
Ice Nine kills, she says. Oh yeah.
So
Well, I thought that about the Sword because when they opened for Clutch, it was like I'd never heard this Sword before. I'd heard of him, but I'd never listened to him. And then the American Sharks played too, and it's like a 3-piece band that's just like, I don't know, nasty, just grindy awesomeness. It's like so everything those guys. And then I got to talk to the singer from the American Sharks at the end of the show. It's like, because he's just standing out there and everybody's just walking by like nobody. I was like, dude, you guys were great. Thanks a lot, man.
yeah.
I don't like to bother. I don't want to bother anybody for very long, but
Yeah, we did. Asia and I got to meet and see Acid Teeth for the first time this year, and they were amazing. They were so amazing.
I wish we had more people chiming in on this, but this is gonna be a rough one because I don't even know how to get off of this if we got to.
Yeah, I think he said just. I don't know what he said to do.
Zach did have a little topic to talk about tonight. Other than this, we were going to talk about this and then go into.
Oh, he sent it to us though.
Yeah. Well, you get to reading if you want to.
I'll let him do it. We can do it next week.
No eye contact. Amazing.
Hey. Keep it.
Uh-oh.
Shush.
Hey, I'm going to need some more details. What are we doing?
So, Acid Teeth gets off stage, and Asia and I go out back to smoke, and we come back in and we buy some merch, and our friend Kid, who brought them to Utah because they came with Hemlock, and Hemlock's actually really good friends of all of ours. So they came through with Hemlock, and so we're like, okay, well, we're going to support them because they're the support band for all of these guys. So Kid bought 3 records. He bought one for me, one for Asia, one for himself, and Asia and I had the band sign them, but only their bassist was back there when we actually bought them. So he signed them and he was like, come back in a couple of minutes. The rest of the guys will be here. So we were like, okay. So Asia goes back outside. She just left me. It's fine. So I went back to the table for a minute, and then I was heading back outside to go talk to her. And the fucking singer for Acid Teeth was like leaning against the bar, and he looked at me and he gave me this wink, and I was like, don't.
Yeah. Okay, Asia, you nailed it. Your cheeks did get red real quick.
They weren't going to until you said that.
She was on perfect timing with that.
She was.
Watch her cheeks.
So,
and then boom, it was like a chameleon.
So our friend Kid. So our friend Kid walks back in, and I'm all, Kid, I need Grady to sign my album, but he just winked at me, so now I can't walk up to him.
Oh, you are such a pussy.
So he started laughing really hard, and we went and got the guitarist signature, and then like I had to turn, and I was like, please sign my album.
You're worse than a little girl in a Michael Jackson show back in the
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Oh, Asia, that's so sad.
And Asia's just fucking laughing at me the whole time.
I would have been too. I'd have been like, no, you don't deserve an autograph. What's wrong with you? Get up there and get that shit.
Hey, hush okay. Now.
Oh, does she has more?
No, she said, I'm so glad this is being recorded.
Oh. So, Asia, any other stories you got? Well, Zach's not on here. We need stuff to talk about. So if you got some dirt.
Do you have any more stories where I've made an
Seriously,
absolute
Asia,
ass of myself?
You don't have to bring up any dirt. I was joking.
No, it's fine. I just don't know if she actually has any more where I've made an ass of myself unintentionally.
Well, that wasn't making an ass of yourself. That was just being starstruck, apparently. Or...
It threw me. I help. It's fine. I help. Between you and Dee and me, the poor world.
He winks at you like somebody that you want to meet winks at you, and you're just like,
yeah,
I gotta go.
Yeah. What just happened? I think if I hadn't been alone and could have played it off like, no, that wasn't at me.
Yeah.
He's winking at Asia. Hey, will you sign this?
No problem.
It would have been fine. But I was legit by myself, and I was like, I don't know what to do anymore. I gotta
go. So did Asia see it from a distance, or
I don't know. Did you see the wink?
She said it was epic.
Well, I fucking ran my ass to the door after that. Like, what just happened? I don't know what happened. I just went to get a signature, and the guy winked at me.
She says in her defense, I thought they needed alone time. Okay.
Oh shit.
All
Yeah.
right. Well,
I had-
I don't know if Zach's coming back for this one. So
He said power was going to be out for about 3 hours. I don't even know how long we've been on.
I don't know either. It's only been about 38 minutes, but I think we started a little early. But
We did.
It's fine because we can't get into the story we exactly wanted to do. So we got to cover why you missed. I missed an episode too. For those that listen to the podcast, I missed one because we had set up to record on what was it
Sunday.
Sunday.
Mhm.
So we had done the live on Saturday. So I had my phone on silent. And by the time we got done, I was exhausted. I just plugged my phone in, set it on the counter, and I went to bed. Had my alarm set. So when my alarm went off, instead of just hitting the snooze button, I clicked it off because I was still asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time I wake up and I check my phone, I'm texting Zach, crap, I'll be there in a minute. He was like, we're already done.
Are you done?
It's like, we didn't have time, and I didn't blame him. No, I'm glad you went through with it. But
I actually stayed in front of my mic the whole time.
you did. I listened to it.
I was pretty proud of myself when I listened to it the other day. I was like, oh shit, you can hear every word I said.
That's- on that last live, I was getting off of mine too because I was like reaching back here for something or going
Mhm.
here for something. I was like, well, Lindy's not here. I'll do it. So, no, we'll do this again though. If anybody does have any stories to send in, because it's been a little while, we got stuff to give away.
Mhm.
That if you come in with a good story, and Ash versus Evil Dead on Blu-ray, we got koozies. We can get you a shirt, whatever.
Oh,
Maybe.
speaking of, I was wearing my HMFB
I seen that picture.
shirt when we got the casualties
Yeah,
picture. So that was hella cool.
that was pretty.
I was like, ooh, ribbon. I was pretty proud of that.
That picture was pretty great.
Yeah. The festival is so much fun. I really hope that you guys get to go next year.
I do too.
It's so inexpensive and so worth it. It is worth every second of it. So, especially with the crowd that we go with, because everybody is so knowledgeable and friendly that people just kind of gravitate towards us. Like, I got to meet the year prior, I got to meet Milo from the Descendants. I met Lenny Mental. Yeah, I met Lenny Mental from the Besmirchers. I met we got to meet Mark Mothersbaugh from Devo.
Yeah.
The year before, we got to meet Blag from the Dwarves.
Really?
Yeah, that was the year before. And then this year, we got to meet all of the casualties. We got to meet Days and Days. We got to meet Mike Murr. We got to meet Waddy and Rob from The Exploited. I mean, I didn't get to meet them, but just people just flock towards us, and the guys they're just so knowledgeable that they're like, hey, that's such and such. Here's the story behind this. Here's this. And then you walk up and you feel like you already know these people because you're with people who have met them before, and she was telling me this at the table, and
I feel like Matt would have a great time. Really great bad ideas. So.
Yes, really great bad ideas. We all have really great bad ideas there.
I'm too old for bad ideas.
I already told that story. Yeah, so it was Olga from the Svetlanas that we had an encounter with at the L7 show. But Asia actually got to like meet her, and she did this weird, she rubbed her. It's gross. It's disgusting. Sorry, I can't even go into it. Uh.
I think there was another stage story from that band that was pretty gross, and that we're not going to go into it.
Yeah. She is. Olga is quite pretty. Yes,
She's hot.
she's kind of a wild one. She's pretty fun. Sorry, guys, my green screen is moving because my dog has decided he needs to be under
this
the
It's
table.
gone to hell in a handbasket from the beginning. Lindy,
Yeah, she is fucking crazy. She is fucking crazy. So
So we didn't get to talk about anything paranormal. We just got to talk about
music.
awesome show that Lindy got to go to that I'm jealous of. And
Yeah. Well, it comes every year. So
well, coming up the Pantera show, I'm going with Dirks to watch Pantera in November. I mean, Metallica's gonna be there, but
yeah.
I don't care.
We usually buy our tickets. Tickets usually go on sale for Punk Rock Bowling Black Friday.
I don't, and once again to everybody, I don't dislike Metallica. It's just, I mean, I'm over it. I think it doesn't blow my skirt up. I mean,
I honestly, I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't pay to go see.
Oh, I'd go watch Slayer again in a fucking second. I'd go watch Anthrax. I'd go watch Megadeth, but it's just been so oversaturated, I think, with the Metallica that, and then after hearing Saint Anger, it's just like, God, you have all that money and you pay to sound like shit.
Asia agrees with us.
Yeah.
We had a broken down door incident back home while we were in Vegas.
Uh-oh.
Asia's poor bathroom door is it the bathroom door? It got blown away.
What do you mean it got blown away?
Her daughter needed to use the restroom real bad, and for some reason she couldn't get the door open. So instead of getting a crowbar, she basically like hammered through the door to knock the handle out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a giant hole in Asia's, I think it's the bathroom door, but I can't remember.
Sounds like a lovely place. Super privacy for the bathroom. You just push the door open, or you can just look through this gigantic glory hole.
What's better is that our friend Ryan texted Asia's daughter and was like, "This is Uncle Ryan. It's okay." I don't remember exactly what he said, but he basically told her she was an angel and not to worry about it.
Is it?
Asia was pissed.
It's okay, I suppose. All right. Oh my goodness.
It was good times. Good times.
All right, Lindy, how do we shut this shit down?
I don't have any idea. I think. Oh God, she's been using Ryan as an excuse since she got home. Oh, I think we just click this leave room button under your name.
I don't have anything under my name. Do you have to click on your name?
No, you just have to hover.
Oh, okay. All right, so I see it now. Okay, guys. Well, we're sorry for the power outage in Texas, and
we have no idea if leaving this room is going to shut down the live. So
no, it might just run in
for the next 3 hours until Zach can jump on.
So bye.
Bye.
So we'll see what happens if it just keeps running. Don't keep watching. We're not going to come back. So thanks for anybody that stuck with us through this disaster.
Don't forget to send in stories. Don't forget to go like, rate, review the podcast.
Yes. And next week I got something special coming because I got a guest appearing with me to tell a story that I think is going to be.
I think it's going to be fun. I'm super excited. Tucker.
Let another dance party.
This time I get to do it with the guest. The dance party.
There you go. Whatever you want to. I don't care. All right. We'll see you guys next Saturday. Later.
Bye.